What's up, guys? So we're a plant nursery in South Florida and the cold is coming. So I'm going to be giving you some tips on what you got to do to prepare. So as growers, the number one thing that hurts us in a freeze or in freezing temperatures when they arrive is frost. How is frost created? Frost is the dew that falls from the sky, right, at nighttime. It coats all the plants with a little bit of dew. Especially being down here in Miami, we have a lot of humidity. What we're trying to do is stop that dew from turning into ice. One of the things that we use is our pump. It brings warmer water from the core that is automatically always wetting the leaves. What that does is doesn't let it turn to frost. You would think that, oh, you wet the leaf, it's gonna turn to frost, but it's warmer water. It brings up the temperature from all the sprinklers, from the sprinklers below. It brings up the temperature where the plants are, and it's a constant waterfall always hitting the leaves, which stops the frost from happening. So that's one thing. During these times, one of the things that gets looked over the most is the maintenance on your pump. Very important. Your diesel filter, your fuel filter, your air filter, your oil filter, your radiator, make sure it's topped off. Make sure you have enough diesel. You got to think about this. If freezing temperatures show up and frost starts to form at 1 in the morning, you got to run your pumps until 8 or 9 in the morning until the freezing temperatures leave, right? So you're running it for 8 or 9 hours. Make sure your pump is up to par and set up to not shut off. Once you turn on your pumps, you cannot shut them off until the cold temperatures rise. If your pump was to shut off at any point for any reason, ice will flood the whole nursery on all the leaves of the plants and it will burn them. Therefore, you will not be able to sell them, having to put more money or invest more money into the product, or you can lose potential crops. So another thing that gets overlooked that you're gonna wanna check is your sprinklers, right? We have goo that gets formed within the pipes and clogs these. So make sure you go around the nursery with the pump on, and anything that's clogged, you take it off, clean it out, put it back on, and make sure it's working properly. So something else that is very essential is a thermometer, right? We love using these disposable ones because they're accurate and over time they deteriorate. So from year to year, you're gonna wanna change them out. They were $2, right? Where do you put them? I like to put them on wood, all right? Nothing metal that's cold, because then your reading is off. Wherever the height of your product is, that's where you're gonna wanna put it, because believe it or not, there's different temperatures at different heights off the floor to the sky. So wherever your crop is, you're gonna wanna put it somewhere where you can drive by and check it out with a flashlight at night. So another thing you can do is cover your plants with a plastic tarp. If you are a huge nursery, obviously that might be hard to do, but for the smaller guys, the whole bed, the complete bed, as you see here, you're gonna want to cover it with some type of plastic, because what that does is stop the dew from falling on the leaves. Therefore, it cannot turn into ice. If you have a greenhouse set up at your garden center or a boutique, you can bring plants inside. Having the plastic tarp on top will not let dew fall on the plants, so then you're only battling freezing temperatures. Something you could do for that is bring in heat exchangers or electric heaters to pump up heat inside of this greenhouse, which will bring up the temperatures. So obviously there's so many different varieties of plants that are sensitive in their own way to cold temperatures. But being down here in South Florida, our plants down here, some of them do not like the cold. And with just 34, 36 degrees, even 40 degrees, we see plants that suffer. They start to defoliate as the weeks go on. And there's nothing you can really do about that. But when the cold front comes and you're getting close to 32 degrees, that dew, you do not want it to turn into ice. And we did this video just giving you guys some tips and tricks for other growers and people that are jumping into the game to be able to know what we do to prepare as growers for this type of stuff. And also, you're gonna be up all night, so make sure you have a cup of coffee and a flashlight with you so you can look at the thermometer when you drive by. All right, guys, God bless you and thank you so much for watching.